Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to completely transform how you look at making money. If you've ever felt like wealth creation is just some random game of luck, or maybe something reserved only for people born with a ton of resources, well, get ready to totally change your mind. Today, we're shifting gears and turning wealth creation into a structured, highly learnable skill. We are going to break down a truly timeless playbook that proves, once and for all, that making money isn't magic. It's a method.
So I want you to really think about this for a second. What would you do if you absolutely needed to make 80,000 rupees in the next 30 days? And let's raise the stakes a bit. You have no job, you're completely out of work, and walking into a bank to take out a loan? Completely off the table. For most people, just staring at that scenario feels, honestly, impossible. The panic immediately sets in, right? But what if I told you the answer to this exact problem was mapped out nearly a century ago?
Okay, let's dive right in. The strategies we're unpacking today come from this incredibly fascinating book by F.C. Minaker, published way back in 1930. Now, why does that specific year matter? Because it was the absolute peak of the Great Depression. The global economy had completely collapsed, businesses were shuttered everywhere, and people literally didn't have money for basic groceries. Yet Minaker wrote 1,000 Ways to Make $1,000 during this exact period of deep despair, and that gives his playbook some serious, undeniable credibility. I mean, if these actionable strategies worked when the entire world's economy was broken, they will absolutely work for you today.
Let's start with Principle 1, the money-making skill, finding the business.
Consider this little contrast. The usual kind of useless approach is looking at the elderly folks in your neighborhood and just complaining, they just don't know how to use technology. But the wealth-building approach? That involves realizing they have a very real problem. Their kids live far away and they really need to use WhatsApp or UPI. What if you spend just 2 hours a week teaching them? Charge them 500 rupees a month per household. With just 10 houses in your neighborhood, boom, you've suddenly created a 5,000 rupee a month business with literally zero investment. You stop complaining and you started solving.
And this perfectly illustrates what happens when you scale that exact mindset up. Back in 2005, a man named Phanindra Sama was deeply frustrated because he just couldn't get a bus ticket home for Diwali. But instead of just grumbling to his friends about the terrible offline booking system, he saw the business hiding inside the problem. He went on to start Redbus, and years later, he sold it for a staggering 800 crore rupees. No joke. You don't need to invent flying cars here. You just need to find a problem no one else is solving. And solve it.
Moving right along to Principle 2, sell first, build later.
Imagine you're itching to start a daily tiffin or lunchbox service. The old-school way tells you to go out and buy a bunch of expensive kitchen gear first. Nope, wrong move. Try this instead. Step 1. Message 10 friends or neighbors and ask, hey, if I deliver a fresh, home-cooked meal for 100 rupees a day, would you buy it? Step 2. Get those commitments. If 5 people give you a firm yes, well, now you have a validated business. Only then do you move to Step 3 and set up your kitchen. You secure your customers before you spend a single rupee on infrastructure. It's a total game changer.
All right, Principle 3, sell expertise, not time.
Here's the thing. When you work a traditional job, you're basically just renting out your hours. And because there are only 24 hours in a day, there's an ultimate, unbreakable ceiling on your earning potential. You have to unlink your income from your time. Think about a full-time salaried chartered accountant. They might work 40-plus hours a week for 50,000 rupees a month. Their time is completely maxed out. But a freelance CA, they sell their expertise, not their hours. They offer part-time accounting advice to just 5 small businesses, charging each 10,000 rupees a month. They make the exact same 50,000 rupees, but it takes a fraction of the time, leaving them totally free to take on more clients or, just enjoy their life.
Now, you might be sitting there thinking, well, that's great, but I don't have a fancy degree like a CA. But check out this quote from the source material. What you know is valuable to someone else. Package it and sell it. Seriously, do you know how to use Excel? Can you design a quick flyer on Canva? Do you know how to edit short videos for Instagram? Or maybe you're really good at writing AI prompts? These might seem like super basic skills to you, but to a local business owner who has absolutely no idea how to do them, they are practically magic. Your basic knowledge is their missing link. So package it and sell it.
Let's hit Principle 4, repeat business and scaling up.
Retention over acquisition. This is the absolute secret weapon of every massively successful business out there. It takes 5 times less energy, time, and money to sell to someone who has already bought from you compared to hunting down a brand new customer. The easiest person to sell to is the one who already trusts you.
Just picture a house painter who finishes a job,
takes the cash, and just vanishes forever. That guy wakes up every single day having to hustle for a new client. Now, compare that to a smart painter who 6 months later calls up his past client and says, "Hey, the monsoon season is over. Do you want me to swing by and check your walls for dampness?" Boom, he instantly gets repeat work. It's the exact same logic as a local barber. If a barber has 50 stable, regular customers who come in every single month, he never has to stress about marketing. Build a business that people actually want to come back to.
And this brings us right to the start small, think big philosophy. Take the journey of a home baker. Day 1 is just making a few chocolate cakes at home for friends. By month 6, it's a dedicated Instagram page. Year 1, she sets up a small physical bakery. And by year 3, she's pulling in 5 lakhs a month, fulfilling massive corporate orders. You don't need the massive commercial kitchen on day 1. Remember, McDonald's started as a humble roadside burger stall. Start exactly where you are, but never ever lose sight of how big it can get.
Which leads us to principle 5. Create value, earn money.
The core lesson here is that money is never the actual target. It's just a natural byproduct of value. Seeing actual value in action, it completely changes the game. Think about a freelance video editor who just cuts the footage exactly as told. They're basically providing a commodity service, right? They're easily replaceable. But an editor who cuts the video and then says, "Hey, I noticed this would perform way better at 30 seconds instead of 15, and oh, here's an idea for a highly clickable thumbnail," that person is creating massive value. It's just like a shopkeeper who doesn't just ring up your product, but actually teaches you the best way to use it. You are always going to go back to that shopkeeper.
So what does this value actually look like in the real world? Well, it solves a highly specific problem. It actively makes your client or customer's life way easier. It increases their comfort or efficiency. And most importantly, it anticipates their needs before they even have to ask. Whether you run your own small business or you work a standard 9-to-5 job, if you consistently deliver on these 4 things, people will actively want to pay you more, and they will for sure promote you to everyone they know.
And finally, principle 6, action over ideas. So here it is, your complete, concrete playbook. 1. Stop complaining and find the business hiding right inside the problem. 2. Validate your idea and sell it before you build it. 3. Uncap your income by selling your expertise, not your time. 4. Build stability by focusing intensely on repeat customers. 5. Start small with exactly what you have right now but plan big. And 6. Never chase money. Create undeniable value, and I promise you, the money will naturally follow.
And that brings us to, honestly, the most important realization of this whole explainer. Look around today, we've got economic challenges, global uncertainties, and a lot of job market fears. But the truth? The real shortage in the world right now isn't money. It isn't a lack of brilliant ideas. The only real shortage is action. The only true barrier standing between your current state and financial abundance is your willingness to just take that very first step.
So I'm going to leave you with this one final, provocative question. Which of these 6 ideas are you actually going to take action on today? Seriously, don't wait around for the perfect time, because let me tell you, the perfect time simply doesn't exist. The playbook is right in your hands, it worked during the Great Depression, and it works just as well today. Stop waiting, start building, and take action right now. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep learning, keep growing, and I'll catch you next time.